Does the Scottish Family Party have a manifesto?
We do.
And what's your policy, for example, on taxation?
Taxation now, but some of the classic left-right issues, we try and stay neutral because we want to unite people who agree with us rather than divide them into right-left. So our policies on taxation are generally focused around a fair deal for families, in particular enabling families if they want one parent to be at home with the kids and the other parent working. The current UK and Scottish government, their mission is to just make it impossible for families to do that. They want to pressurise families into having both parents working.
Are you standing?
I'm standing because I think there are some vital principles that need to be promoted in political life in Scotland and in the UK in general, and we want to put those issues on the agenda and to provoke people to think about those. And it's all part of our long-term project of building up support in order to get people elected into the Scottish Parliament.
What's the main ethos of your party? Is the clue in the name?
The clue certainly is in the name. Yes, I've got a lot of pro-family policies. I think a lot of issues in society stem from problems with the family. I think if we've got strong families, that makes for a strong nation. So
what do you mean by that? How would you have a strong family?
I think at the heart of strong families is often marriage. I think a strong culture of marriage within society is a very positive thing. At the moment we're in a society where that's very much decayed, so there's a lot of family breakdown, there's a lot of family dysfunction. But ultimately I think if we can promote a strong culture of marriage and commitment within family, then that's best for everyone.
This is Pride Month. Do you believe in same-sex marriage?
No. Now, the Scottish Family Party's policy is against same-sex marriage for a number of reasons. One of which is we believe that the purpose of marriage is to bind together a man and a woman so they can bring up their own natural children. We think that's best for children, and we think same-sex marriage dilutes that ideal.
But that's not the reality of the way our society is today. We have had same-sex civil partnerships for quite a while, and now same-sex marriages. So why would you want to upturn that?
Because I think it changes the fundamental understanding of what family is within a society.
So what you would do if you were in government, then you would repeal all these laws.
Same-sex marriage, yes. So we maybe convert them to civil partnerships.
You wouldn't mind civil partnerships?
Civil partnerships got a different connotation to marriage. Civil partnership, there's not a sort of explicitly sexual component to it. So in terms of legal protections and inheritance and hospital visiting rights, these sort of things are fine. You know, if some people are in a close relationship and they want those practical rights, that's one thing. But the concept of family at the core of marriage at the core of natural family life is something entirely different. Yeah, well, we've got a huge range of policies, but one that makes us very distinctive compared to the other parties is our pro-life policy. So we think all human lives are valuable through every stage of development, before and after birth. So we basically oppose abortion, except in very extreme cases, and we oppose assisted suicide as well. And these are very, very unusual policies for political parties in Britain and the UK, but we think they're absolutely vital moral principles, so we're going to stand up for them.
Even in the Scottish Parliament, they are debating assisted dying. Why are you giving yourself such an uphill struggle on that?
Because it's a matter of principle. When social movements start, when the first people started to oppose slavery, or if the people opposing the Nazis in Germany or whatever, I mean, they were a minority. They were a minority that were mocked and derided and persecuted and whatever. And we experience that to some degree. But the reason we do it is because we're standing up for what's right. And we're thinking about saving lives here, thinking about the unborn in particular. As far as I'm concerned, there can't be a more grave moral issue than the fact that the government kills 16,000 humans a year. So that's an extremely important issue.
What do you mean by that? How do they do that?
Through abortion, through providing through the National Health Service the facility to kill unborn children.